There's nothing light about the Galaxy S10 Lite. It's a loaded, high-performance smartphone. High-quality build, a beautiful and large 6.7-inch Super AMOLED HDR display, which by the way is more than the Galaxy S10, a 4500 mAh battery, again more than the Galaxy S10, a triple camera system, super steady OIS video capability, a 32-megapixel front-facing camera, again more than the Galaxy S10, a powerful Snapdragon 855 processor with 8 gigs of RAM, Samsung One UI 2.0 right out of the box, and it also supports 45-watt fast charging that again is something that the S10 does not have. The S10 Lite is even bigger than the Galaxy S10 with almost 40% more battery capacity, but even then it is only slightly thicker and heavier than the S10. It's not impossible to use with just one hand, but it is a tad bit difficult. To make the Galaxy S10 Lite a bit more affordable, Samsung has used glastic material, which does not feel as premium, but it doesn't feel cheap either. When you look at it, it almost looks like glass, and that's pretty decent. The material is definitely a fingerprint magnet and can attract dust, especially around the camera housing edges. Either way, you do get a rubber casing in the box to help you protect from scratches or even breaks. The S10 Lite does not have a earphone jack, but you do get Type-C earphones in the box, so you're pretty well covered. But yeah, these aren't the AKG tuned earphones that you get with the regular S10. And here's the interesting part. While you do get the 25-watt charger right into the box, the S10 Lite also supports the 45-watt faster charger, and it makes total sense because it's got a larger battery too. Talking about the front of the device, it resembles more of S10e, basically without the curved displays. It still has very thin bezels. The device does come with a pre-applied screen protector, and I love the stroke of blue around the edges of the device, and that kind of makes it look a bit unique. At the back, you get a newly designed camera housing, which is also going to feature in the Galaxy S20. A rectangular housing that has 3 lenses, and we'll talk more about the camera performance in the video ahead. You still get a hybrid SIM tray, so you can have either 2 SIM cards or 1 SIM card and 1 memory card to expand storage. And by the way, the S10 Lite only has a bottom firing speaker, and the earpiece at the top does not double as a speaker. Just something to know. And the last thing you need to know is that the S10 Lite is not IP68 certified, so do not take it out for a swim, though most phones today are water and dust resistant to some levels. Overall, I've really grown to liking the build and the design of the Galaxy S10 Lite. It's almost flagship experience, if not exactly. Jumping on to the display, the S10 has a massive 6.7-inch Super AMOLED display, and I'm just going to say this, it's a killer display. And it's as good as you can get in this price bracket, with the exception that it does not have a 90Hz display like the OnePlus 7T. But it's still super colorful, punchy, deep blacks, bright and really immersive. It also supports HDR, so you can play content that's HDR compatible, and that's something. Whether it's Netflix or YouTube, if the content is made in HDR, you'll be able to experience the best quality. Even games like PUBG that have an HDR mode can be played. And that brings me to performance. The S10 Lite is powered by the Snapdragon 855, which was the most powerful processor in 2019, and it's still better than 90% of the processors out there. You can run the most intense games in highest of graphics and still enjoy them without any hiccups. The S10 Lite is just as fast as the Galaxy S10, so you do get flagship performance at a light price. It's snappy, it launches and closes apps quickly, and you can multitask with absolutely no issues whatsoever. And this is what makes the Galaxy S10 Lite a perfect competition to OnePlus 7T, which is also a performance monster. And now let me touch upon the software real quick. The S10 Lite comes with Android 10, Samsung One UI 2.0 pre-installed right out of the box. One UI 2.0 has greatly improved from a user experience point of view and has added many new features. I've done a video talking about my favorite features in the One UI 2.0, so I'll leave a card on the top right corner of the video. Do watch for that. Now, other than that, you get all the good stuff like link to Windows, Bixby routines, focus mode, always on display screen recorder, and Dolby Atmos. But unlike the Galaxy S10, Dolby Atmos in the S10 Lite only works if you've got a pair of earphones connected and doesn't work without them, so that's that. And now finally coming to the camera. The S10 Lite has a triple camera setup with a primary lens at 48 megapixel, a 12 megapixel ultra wide lens, and a 5 megapixel macro lens. And let me get right into the samples that I took using these lenses. So these are the ones I took using the primary lens, and I'm really amazed what Samsung has been able to do with the S10 Lite. It's definitely better than what I've seen on the OnePlus 7T. And all these photos are available for download, so the link is going to be in the description. Go ahead, download these photos and see for yourself how you like them. Now you can also switch to the ultra-wide lens by tapping that button, and here are some samples that I took. Now on the left you've got pictures from the regular lens, and on the right is from the ultra-wide lens. And clearly the ultra-wide lens has a slightly better dynamic range than the primary lens, and that's quite surprising. Anyway, moving on, let's switch to the live focus mode, which is where you can take portrait shots. So you've got a nice, beautiful blurred background, and I think the camera's done a pretty phenomenal job there too. It's got the edges quite right and very few or very less aberration that you can notice. And now switching into live focus video mode, where real time when you shoot your video, the subject is in focus and everything at the back is just blurred. And this is quite nice. I mean, I think it does a phenomenal job. Switching over to the regular video mode, you can shoot 4K videos at 30 FPS and Full HD videos at 60 FPS. If you want smooth videos, you go into 60 FPS. Now this is a 4K video that I've taken, but this is at 30 FPS. I think the video quality is quite nice, and you can see how stable my footage is. You know, I'm trying to walk. I don't have a gimbal on me, no kind of stabilization, no other hardware used. This is built-in super steady optical image stabilization that the S10 Lite has, and it's the first time in India that you have this in a phone. And moving on, you also get a couple of other modes like the Pro mode, Panorama, Night mode, Macro mode, and if you want to switch to the 48 megapixel mode, that's how you do it in the camera interface. And lastly, the battery life. It's got a massive 4500 mAh battery, and compare that to other flagship smartphones from Samsung, you still get the best battery capacity. And you can be rest assured that you'll easily get a full day worth of battery life with medium to high usage and still be left with some juice at the end of the day. So would you still consider the Galaxy S10 Lite a light phone really? Most things are top of the line, and some even better than the actual flagship phone themselves. So for the price, the Galaxy S10 Lite is probably the most value for money phone Samsung has ever released. It's here to share the pie with the OnePlus 7T, and I think there's a huge potential in that strategy. Anyway guys, so that was my review for the Galaxy S10 Lite. If you've got any questions, feel free to put them in the comment section below. And again, thank you for being here. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button.